Welcome back, friends. Today, we're unpacking one of the most intriguing developments in the crypto space, and it's centered around a project that continues to turn heads with its rapid growth and revolutionary technology, Kaspa. Over the past few weeks, whispers across the community have started forming into something much bigger: speculation that Binance could be preparing to list Kaspa. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the market chatter and blockchain data are telling a story that deserves serious attention. In this video, we'll walk through everything, from Binance's subtle hints to Kaspa's impressive fundamentals, from its stock-to-flow ratio rivaling silver to the technical charts that might be signaling an explosive move ahead. If you're serious about understanding what's really happening behind the scenes, stay tuned, because this isn't just about price speculation. It's about recognizing a potential inflection point in blockchain technology itself. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing in crypto. Let's start with the rumor that's captured the community's attention. Binance might be preparing to list Kaspa. Now, this speculation didn't come out of thin air. Observers began noticing Binance mentioning terms like GhostDAG and BlockDAG, which, for anyone familiar with Kaspa, are the technological pillars that make this network so unique. GhostDAG isn't just another fancy blockchain buzzword. It represents a next-generation architecture, one that allows multiple blocks to coexist and confirm simultaneously without creating the bottlenecks that plague traditional blockchains like Bitcoin or Ethereum. In simpler terms, Kaspa's GhostDAG structure enables the network to process transactions at lightning speed while maintaining security and decentralization. So, when a global exchange as influential as Binance starts referencing this kind of technology, it rarely happens by coincidence. Large exchanges don't casually highlight the underlying mechanics of smaller projects unless they're preparing for something strategic. And let's be clear, Binance doesn't just list coins. It aligns itself with what it perceives as the future direction of blockchain innovation. Could Binance's subtle references to GhostDAG be a breadcrumb trail leading toward a Kaspa listing? Many analysts believe so. Others suggest it's part of a broader strategy to familiarize their audience with the technology before making an official move. Either way, it signals one thing: Kaspa is now firmly on the radar of the largest exchange in the world, and that alone should make investors take notice. Beyond the rumors, what really fuels Kaspa's momentum is its community. In every successful crypto movement, a strong, intelligent, and committed user base is the cornerstone, and Kaspa arguably has one of the most passionate and technically aware communities in the entire crypto space. One of the prominent voices, known as Crypto Boy on X, formerly Twitter, often points out how Kaspa's community reminds him of the early Bitcoin days, when people were driven more by innovation and vision than speculation. He recalls the time when Bitcoin was inching forward slowly, facing skepticism at every step, while the majority of people ignored it until it became impossible to overlook. That parallel matters, because just like Bitcoin's early believers witnessed an exponential transformation, Kaspa's supporters see the same kind of trajectory unfolding. They aren't here for quick profits. They're here because they believe Kaspa represents the next structural evolution of blockchain. Crypto Boy even predicts that one day Kaspa's daily price movements will mirror the kind of massive swings we once saw in Bitcoin's early bull cycles. That's not an exaggerated dream. It's a reflection of how paradigm shifts occur. Once innovation catches up with recognition, the results can be exponential. Now, let's talk about data, because hype means nothing without fundamentals. Kaspa's stock-to-flow ratio, a metric originally used to evaluate Bitcoin's scarcity, has crossed a critical threshold. It has already surpassed several major assets and is now on track to exceed silver's ratio within the next few weeks. Think about that for a second. A digital asset built on relatively new blockchain technology is about to overtake one of humanity's most recognized stores of value in terms of scarcity. That's not just impressive. It's paradigm shifting. Scarcity has always been one of the strongest value drivers in any market, and when a crypto project achieves that kind of benchmark while also offering unparalleled speed and scalability, it becomes impossible to dismiss. Kaspa isn't just mimicking Bitcoin's monetary model, it's improving upon it by delivering real-time transaction efficiency that Bitcoin can't match. This combination of scarcity and performance creates the foundation for what could be one of the most sustainable valuation frameworks in the crypto world. From a technical standpoint, Kaspa's chart is painting a fascinating picture. Analyst Max's Nothing recently highlighted that Kaspa appears to be forming a textbook bullish flag pattern, a continuation setup that often precedes strong upward moves. For those unfamiliar, a bullish flag typically represents a temporary consolidation after a strong rally before momentum resumes. When you pair that with Kaspa's underlying scarcity metrics and network growth, the chart suggests that the current calm phase might just be the quiet before a significant breakout. Currently, Kaspa's price hovers around the 7.5 cents zone, consolidating between 7 cents and 9 cents. While that range might seem narrow, these are often the accumulation phases where smart money positions itself for the next wave. The RSI sits comfortably near 35, which means the asset isn't overbought. A very healthy setup. In essence, while the broader market is turning red hot and other altcoins are running, Kaspa's steady, methodical consolidation could be the setup that patient investors dream about. It's like a coiled spring. The longer it compresses, the stronger the eventual release. Here's where things get even more interesting. On-chain data. Analysts tracking Kaspa's blockchain have noticed persistent accumulation from key wallets, particularly wallet number 2 and wallet number 19. These addresses have been quietly amassing large quantities of Kas tokens over time. This isn't the behavior of retail traders chasing price spikes. It's deliberate, strategic, and highly coordinated, the hallmark of institutional or insider accumulation. Many in the community are speculating whether one of these wallets could belong to Binance itself, positioning in advance of a future listing. While we can't confirm that, the timing certainly aligns with the ongoing Binance-related rumors. Historically, when we see sustained silent accumulation in assets that haven't yet been listed on major exchanges, it often precedes a significant announcement. The big players move early, and they move quietly. This kind of behavior suggests that informed actors see long-term value, not just short-term trading opportunity. And in crypto, following the smart money has proven to be one of the most reliable strategies over time. Beyond trading and speculation, Kaspa's real strength lies in its technological evolution. The project isn't just resting on its current achievements, it's rapidly expanding its ecosystem. Recent developments include Kasplex, an infrastructure upgrade designed to enhance the network's scalability and support future integrations like stablecoins and decentralized finance protocols. These are not small updates. They represent the groundwork for a thriving, self-sustaining ecosystem. As DeFi expands on Kaspa, the transactional volume and overall network utility could multiply, driving organic demand for Kas tokens. This is how projects transition from speculative assets to real-world infrastructure by creating continuous value and usability. Critics have often underestimated Kaspa by dismissing its statistics, but the numbers tell a story of real economic strength. Kaspa processes thousands of transactions every single second, with block rewards that cumulatively reach well over $1 million per day. That's not a meme coin figure. That's an operational reality. When you multiply the block rewards across days and weeks, the magnitude becomes staggering. Few projects in the space can boast such active and economically productive networks. This isn't a token running on hype. It's an ecosystem that's functioning at scale, generating measurable rewards and incentivizing real participation. In financial terms, Kaspa is already operating like a mid-sized enterprise with sustainable miner revenue and consistent throughput. That level of organic performance is precisely what sets it apart from speculative Layer 1 chains that exist only on paper. Now, when we zoom out to examine the broader sentiment, Kaspa seems to be in a transitional phase. Open interest in derivatives markets hovers around $449 million, relatively stable, indicating that professional traders are waiting for a trigger event. The market isn't leaning heavily long or short, which historically sets the stage for a volatile breakout once a catalyst emerges. Short interest slightly outweighs longs, meaning there's potential for a short squeeze. Combine that with the tightening price structure and decreasing volume, and you have a textbook setup for explosive volatility. This is what analysts refer to as maximum compression, when all technical, structural, and sentiment indicators converge to a point of potential energy. The next move from here likely won't be gradual. It will be sharp and decisive. While most people focus on price, the underlying decentralization metrics deserve equal attention. According to recent data, the U.S. node distribution for Kaspa shows a growing base, with Texas leading with 7 public nodes, followed by Florida, Virginia, and California. This demonstrates healthy decentralization, a key factor for network resilience and long-term sustainability. A project's health isn't measured by token price alone, but by its network diversity, and Kaspa's trajectory in this regard is encouraging. At the same time, the number of wallets holding more than 10 million Kas has reached an all-time low. Some might misinterpret that as selling pressure, but analysts believe it reflects redistribution, large holders spreading assets across multiple addresses in preparation for more complex integrations, like Layer 2 protocols. This points to maturing infrastructure, not weakness. Kaspa is currently trading within a tightening symmetrical triangle pattern. The volume is declining, the market is quiet, and both bulls and bears seem to be waiting. Historically, these quiet phases, especially when supported by strong fundamentals, precede violent expansions in price. When you combine this with the rumors around Binance, the strength of the community, the improving scarcity model, and continuous ecosystem growth, it becomes clear that Kaspa is sitting at a pivotal moment. The silence isn't a sign of stagnation, it's the sound of accumulation. To summarize, Kaspa is not merely another altcoin making noise in a crowded market. It represents a technological evolution, one that could redefine how we think about blockchain scalability and efficiency. Binance's subtle references to GhostDAG and BlockDAG may not be random marketing. They may very well be early signals of a forthcoming listing, a move that would inevitably expose Kaspa to a far broader audience. The on-chain accumulation data, strong fundamentals, and expanding ecosystem all reinforce this narrative. From a macro perspective, Kaspa's combination of scarcity like decentralization and technical prowess places it in a category few projects can match. Whether or not Binance announces a listing soon, the groundwork is being laid for a long-term revaluation. So as we stand here, in what feels like the quiet before a storm, remember that markets often move in silence before making history. The data is aligning, the whales are active, and the fundamentals are stronger than ever. Thanks for watching. Like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and hit subscribe if you want more real-time updates, moves, market trends, and hidden gems.